Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we're diving deep into SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Our initial report was published on our website on Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2025, and now we're here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You don't want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool, powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and get free price predictions and deep analysis for anyone among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 21st of May, 2025, our system has ranked the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a sell candidate, assigning it a score of -3.02. Now, let's examine the ETF's performance during this time frame. We will continue to monitor this evaluation to see how it develops in the days ahead. The exchange-traded fund is positioned at the upper part of a wide and horizontal trend. This typically presents a favorable selling opportunity. However, if it breaks through the upper trend line at $594.61, it would signal a strong buying opportunity, indicating a potential shift in trend. The current 3-month trend suggests a possible decline of 1.57% over the next 3 months, with a projected return ranging between -16.96% and +0.397%. Examining the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 5.72%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between -9.24% and +12.68% over the coming year. In practical terms, this would place the future price somewhere between $529.13 and $656.91. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF features the headline, SPDR S&P 500 ETF downgraded from buy candidate to sell candidate after Wednesday trading session. The price of the SPDR S&P 500 ETF decreased by 1.66% on the last day, which was Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2025, dropping from $592.80 to $582.98. During the last trading day, the ETF experienced a fluctuation of 1.85%, with a low of $581.85 and a high of $592.60. The price has increased in 7 of the last 10 days and is up by 3.89% over the past 2 weeks. The trading volume rose on the last day by 33 million shares, although this occurred during a period of declining prices. This may serve as an early warning, indicating a slight increase in risk over the next few days. Overall, 87 million shares were traded, with a total value of approximately $50.74 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price for the ETF was $613.23, while the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price stands 4.93%, or $30.25, below the 52-week high of $613.23, which also marks the all-time high for the ETF. Recent developments surrounding the S&P 500, tracked by the SPY ETF, indicate a challenging short-term outlook driven by rising treasury yields and a potential market sell-off. Today, the S&P 500 fell by approximately 0.4%, punctuated by the index breaking below its 200-day moving average, which is a key technical indicator. This movement highlights increased uncertainty in the market, as traders are closely watching upcoming personal consumption expenditures inflation data for further direction. Despite broader market struggles, there is a mixed sentiment among analysts. Morgan Stanley has raised its outlook on U.S. assets, suggesting that investors may need patience for future gains. However, concerns persist, particularly following Moody's downgrade of U.S. debt. These factors contribute to an environment of caution that may impact SPY's stock price in the short term as investors digest the implications of fiscal uncertainty. Long-term perspectives remain varied. reports of a shift in stock market sentiment from panic to neutrality might suggest potential recovery, as historical patterns show that such shifts often precede a retest of prior highs. Consequently, while immediate pressure from rising yields and budgetary concerns weighs on SPY, the underlying fundamentals, such as solid earnings performance from many S&P 500 companies, could provide resilience moving forward. Investors should brace for volatility in the near term while remaining attuned to potential opportunities as the market seeks to stabilize. The following signals have been identified for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. However, there is simultaneously a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there is a general buy signal for the ETF, indicating a positive forecast. Should the ETF continue to gain, it will encounter resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $589.95. Conversely, if the ETF declines, it will find support from the long-term average at about $552.20. A breakout above the short-term average will trigger a buy signal, while a drop below the long-term average will result in a sell signal. Additionally, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. Some negative signals have also been noted, which may impact the near short-term development. A sell signal was generated from a pivot top point on Monday, May 19, 2025, and thus far, it has declined by 2.01%. Further declines are suggested until a new bottom pivot is established. Volume increased during falling prices yesterday, which may serve as an early warning. The ETF should be monitored more closely. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, sell signal 3 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal 7 days ago. Short-term moving average, sell signal 2 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal 20 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages, buy signal 16 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal 21 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signal 9 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages, buy signal 52 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Let's discuss the support, risk, and stop loss for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, this ETF finds support just below today's level, with accumulated volume indicating support at $548.62, as well as $505.28. There is an inherent risk when an ETF tests a support level. If this level is breached, the ETF may decline to the next support level. In this scenario, SPDR S&P 500 has support just below today's level, at $548.62. Should this be broken, the next support based on accumulated volume will be found at $505.28 and $504.38. This ETF typically exhibits average movements throughout the day, and with healthy trading volume, the risk is classified as medium. Over the past day, the ETF experienced a movement of $10.75 between its high and low, which represents 1.85%. In the past week, it has shown an average daily volatility of 1.16%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. In the event of an upward trend, the first resistance level for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF is at $585.05. If you do not currently own any shares, you might consider waiting for this level to be surpassed before entering a position. For those already holding the ETF, this could be a point to consider for swing trading. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level at $548.62. If this support level holds, it may present a good entry point, anticipating a rebound. Currently, we hold a negative evaluation for this exchange-traded fund, and there is no stop-loss established. Is SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good buy? SPDR S&P 500 holds several negative signals, and we believe it will continue to perform weakly in the coming days or weeks. Therefore, we maintain a negative evaluation of this ETF. Due to some minor weaknesses in the technical picture, we have downgraded our analysis conclusion for this ETF from a buy to a sell candidate since our last evaluation. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is undervalued. For trading on Thursday, the 22nd of May, we expect SPDR S&P 500 ETF to open higher by $2.83, starting at $585.81. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us here at Stock Invest.